Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jolaine, and if you've come back, thank you so much. So for today's video, actually this is my first ever reading vlog and I am thrilled to share it with you guys. And to be honest, I haven't been able to read as much recently because I had a special guest this weekend, which is my eldest son, Aiden. And we had a lovely family day, and I've included some of it in this vlog so you can see why my reading time was limited. But on the bright side, I did finish a book last week, which we'll discuss shortly. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Good morning. I honestly haven't had any sleep yet, and I have to prepare because we're going to Pampanga. I'm not gonna stay there. I'm just gonna pick up my oldest son because we have plans on Sunday. I'm gonna leave at 5:30 a.m. I'm gonna ride along with my father-in-law. It's still early, so I still have time to prepare. I'm just gonna finish getting ready and then I'll get back to you guys. I might read a few pages while traveling, but we'll see. Breakfast. Where are we going? We're going to ride the...
I'm nervous. Hopefully we don't crash. Guys. Hi guys. Hi guys.
Let's go! Are you happy?
Yes.
No sleep, no read, and tired. Are we going?
I forgot.
We're gonna go to the mall.
Yeah.
What the dog doing?
reading my book while this boy is playing.
What the dog doing? What the dog doing? What the dog doing?
We're going. We're going.
No.
First, let's talk about the first book I finished last week, which is a novel love story by Ashely Poston. And to be honest, I'm not really a fan of the cover, but I do love the story. So let me tell you more about it. So, a novel love story did surprise me a little bit. It has a little twist in it that I have never predicted. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I didn't predict anything about this book. But let me give you a quick summary of the book just so you know what's the book about. So, the book follows Elsie seeking solace from her heartbreak as she travels to the cabin where her book club meets each year. Unexpectedly, she found herself stranded in a small town from her favorite novel, where she encountered Anders, someone she initially believed to be a character from the book. So, Anders and Elsie turned from enemies to lovers, and they actually helped each other heal and grow from their heartache. That's why I gave it a 4.5 star rating. So, this book actually weaves immersive magic and relatable emotions, very relatable emotions, in my opinion. But Elsie and Anders, both heartbroken, find love in a fictional town, evolving from enemies to lovers. And I'm the kind of girl who likes enemies to lovers. So that's the reason I gave it 4.5 stars. So, also, their journey from pain to healing is beautifully developed, and the dreamlike atmosphere is every bookworm's escape. So I think all of the bookworms here can relate that you wanted to get lost in your fictional and into your favorite fictional novel, right? And the reason why I gave it 4.5 stars is because the town Elsie finds herself in was left unfinished by its author. So, if Elsie alters the unfinished book, how does that impact the story? Because as readers of this book, or for those who already read the book, we know that Elsie makes significant changes in that town. So that's the kind of question I have that was not answered completely in the book. And that's also the reason there's like a deduction of half a star in it. But overall, Ashley Poston's evocative writing captures the butterflies in your stomach in all of the small details in this book, while also her books are fast paced, and also accessible style makes you feel like a side character or as if you're witnessing what is happening firsthand. That is why I love her work. And do I recommend it? Of course. I highly recommend this book for anyone who wants to feel the need to escape reality for a while, healing, and knowing that true love always comes back no matter the circumstances are. But aside from this, I also highly recommend The 7 Year Slip by the same author, which is Ashely Poston. If you enjoyed that magical realism in the novel love story. So for me, I just enjoyed the 7 Year Sleep more than the novel love story. But overall, all Ashley Poston books are auto buy for me. I definitely buy. I wanted to buy Dead Romantics, hopefully soon. And now let's talk about my current read, hoping to finish it sooner rather than later, which is Wild Love by Elsie Silver, which is my book club's book of the month. So Elsie Silver is not really new to me. I see her all over social media. However, this is my first time reading her work, and I am actually quite entertained with this book. And I've mentioned it in my previous vlog that I do actually have her second book, which is Wild Eyes. So I'd probably read that after this, but I have to finish my TBR. But so far, here is the summary about the book that I can give out for you guys. So, the book follows Ford Grant, the world's hottest billionaire, who went back to his hometown, Rose Hill, to escape the city and, most importantly, the paparazzi. And also, he wanted to start his own recording studio. But then, one day, a girl knocked on his door, Cora, saying that he is her father. So Ford started juggling being a dad and managing his business. Rosie Belmont, on the other hand, who is Wes's sister, Ford's best friend, went back to Rose Hill as well, desperately looking for a new job. Her previous company fired her because apparently they decided it was easier to let her go than to create a case against her pervert boss. And I was so mad at that part. So frustrating, especially Ryan. Really hate him. But since Ford is starting a new business, Rosie decided to convince Ford to hire her. And while reading it, you know right off the bat that they have a spark and feelings for each other even after meeting again after 10 years with living their separate lives, but they are actually keeping each other at arm's length because of West, which is Rose's older brother and Ford's best friend. And honestly, I can't really give my full thoughts on this yet, but I can say it's very entertaining for me. It's very funny, and I really love how the story is starting to build up. And I even wondered for a second if it was a romantic or a rom-com book, but it's just pure romance. That's all I can say. So, those are the books I've read and currently reading this week. I was actually hoping to finish 2 books a week, but with all the bad news I've had this year, I'm only managing one or sometimes even one every 2 weeks, which which is isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just want to reach my goal of 60 books this year. That's why. But it's only March, so I'm hoping I can still reach it before the year ends. I just never anticipated reading this low this year, but you know, what can I say? When things go south, everything goes south. But yeah, my favorite book this week so far is Wild Love by Elsie Silver, but I can't really say which is my least favorite since I haven't finished Wild Love. However, since I have finished a novel love story and didn't give it a perfect star, I can say it's indeed magical, but I had super high expectations of it because of how magical the 7 year slip was for me. But um like I said, Ashley Poston's book is auto-buy for me, and I can't wait to read Dead Romantics. But both of these books that I read this week falls under romance, and after I read them, I do actually need a palate cleanser, which is a thriller, my go-to when I'm starting to feel a reading slump. But unfortunately, the person who picked my TBR for this March, if you haven't watched that yet, I'll put it on the description box below or here on the whatever that icon is, didn't pick any thriller books for me this month. So I hope I can stick with my TBR because most of my TBR for this month are romance. But whatever. Also, just like a quick reading update with me, you all guys know, if you are reading my previous vlogs, that I started reading last year. And I also discovered reading the physical book and listening to its audiobook helped me read faster. Thank you so much to Michelle, one of the admins in my book club. I was able to read a lot of books last year, and surprisingly, I was able to understand and enjoy it at the same time. But the good news is, recently I actually been trying to read without the audiobook, and I'm very happy with the result because I was able to read faster than before. So without the audiobook, I can read faster with my book, but not as fast as when I'm with the audiobook. But I'm faster than before, but I'm still going to do that, reading the book with the audiobook and maybe sometimes read it without the audiobook. But overall, I'm really enjoying everything and my little experiment on how I can read faster. And I am hoping that this coming months will be different in my reading journey and with my personal life. And that is all for today's vlog. Oh, and by the way, I'm actually looking forward to reading books from authors I haven't heard of yet. So drop your book recommendations in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching and staying with me. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you haven't already. See you in my next one.